Good morning. I am in a different location, a different embodiment, wearing a smile because I made it over here. I'm in western Kansas now and getting ready to help a dear friend of mine who we've known each other, I wouldn't say 40 years, but right around 35 at least, I would think. Anyway, maybe a little bit more than that actually. So this morning I'm watching birds out on the grass in front of my lawn. I'm hearing big semi trucks go by. I was awakened in the middle of the night to check my email for some reason, and I rarely ever get spiritual messages like that that wake me up. I get a lot of spiritual messages, but very few ever wake me up. And I did, and it happened to be from a friend of mine that I've been working with on helping her to develop some healing centers. Well, she mentioned a woman in there, Sandra Rose Michael, who had developed an EES system many years ago. And I was able to work in a clinic. I had a friend. Well, she was a student first, then she became a friend, and then I worked with her, helped her do corporate stuff, and then later when I worked with her, we had the EES system, the Sandra Rose Michael system, in the clinics. And the healing, I can personally attest, is phenomenal. So if you have the capacity financially to afford one of those and put those in your health, or get a group of people and contribute together to do that and put it in a central location, I would highly recommend you do that, because it literally, we talk about healing our DNA. And our DNA is photon light. I mean, we are light beings. We are matter of light. We've crystallined, diamond. Our DNA has been under so much pressure for so many years. It's become a diamond. I mean, we sometimes, I think the higher the consciousness, the more diamond matrixed you are. But that DNA is really bioprotonic light, and we can entangle that into the quantum field and really create revolutionary healing. People are healing from all kinds of cysts and growths, and hospice is having to dismiss a few people. But this has been going on for years. And if you're not tuned in to that frequency of quantum field and spiritual healing, most likely you would not be exposed to it. But I'm doing my part for mankind, humankind today, in letting people know that this technology exists. And I know there's a lot of excitement around med beds coming and all of that. But my experience of this system is that it may be even more profound than the med bed technology. But I don't want to get into a debate and a controversy on that. I have not experienced the med bed technology for myself. And so with that, I withhold my personal endorsements of that. I am now in the process. We incorporated as a holistic college, Asclepius Holistic College, a few days ago on the 22nd, which was a big light source day. So on 7/22 of 22, it came into being. And as many of you know, I've been channeling and working with and receiving healing codes from the Asclepius temples etherically since 1988, July 8th to be exact. So I was where I am right now on July 8th, and I returned yesterday. We're getting ready to be in that August 8th Lionsgate, the 8/8 Lionsgate on August 8th. And that's a very powerful download portal of energy that's going to be opening up to us. It's like our new year on spiritual consciousness. So I highly recommend that you get where you want to go and be and do, and really be in open energy space, so that you can receive those new light codes for this coming year and be able to download them. I've been able to do this for about 5 years now, really, really well the last 3 years. And this year I'm real excited to do that because we have all these projects. As many of you know, I have been putting 20 some years, solid years of content condensed into my programs that we will be offering online for the holistic coach certification, because there needs to be a different healing coach on planet Earth right now, on Gaia. She needs support. She needs energy. We need to get back to nature, to the natural, and as a naturopath, that's always been my calling. I like the elements, the sun, the water, the moon. I like the dirt, the clay, rocks, gems, minerals. I love the nature, the wildlife, the birds, the fish. Oh my God, just give me anything in nature and natural, and I just, it's my heaven. Anyway, with all that being said, those will be incorporated into some of the technology similar to what Sandra Rose Michaels has done. So if you want a little background on that, you might research her work and see if some of that doesn't speak to you, and let me know, because classes are going to be starting soon, whether the Opera House is full or not. Also, I'm sending a shout out for talent. If you've got some real high frequency energy music, healing music, meditative music that you would like to be played and heard and send out healing vibrations to the universe, the Opera House here is open to entertaining those offerings. We're not going to be open for a while, but in the meantime, there's a whole lot of work still going on, and I'm still teaching. I'm still working with clients. I'm still helping to clear energy, helping to kind of condense and clear out some of that DNA that we came in here with. That's what I've been doing for the last about a month, not quite a whole month, but a few days shy of that, is going back through my ancestral. I went to the home and the place that I was born, in the city, the hospital. I went to my father's and my mother's places of birth, and I went to the ranch and the farm that I grew up on, and the high school that I went to school in. And so a lot of those codes are being re-assimilated into my consciousness. I've been able to put a lot of light and a lot of love and find a lot of strength and power, and I can see how there's a strand of spiritual consciousness, ascended mastery in that DNA lineage that I have on my father's side. And with that being said, I would encourage you to do the same. I know now that genealogy and doing our DNA and mapping that is quite useful in helping us find our literal scientific basis for our spiritual destiny. Think about that. Scientific basis for our spiritual destiny. our bodies are doing everything they can to be healthy. Sometimes that's why we have symptoms, because they're warning us that something's not right. We need this fix, we need that fix. This isn't your environment. This isn't the food for you. And we get congestion, okay? So when we are in the right environment, and that's not just a clean home or healthy friends, non-toxic environment, no neurotoxins, all of that stuff that many of you have heard me speak of and lecture on for 40 years. But when we are in the right spiritual, energetic, higher frequency, not really but photonic, light environment, and we allow that energy to just permeate into our being, into our cellular structure, we are healed. We are healed. Our body receives it, whether our minds or our resistance does or not. So with that being said, I will bid you adieu, and thank you for holding me in love and light and sending me your prayers and your joy and your blessings. They are so much received and so much appreciated, and I adore all of you, and realize that my journey here, helping my friend with the Opera House, is to uplift humanity, and in many, many ways, I'm sure it will. One of the ladies, I said this earlier, that had been my student and then became my friend, and then I worked for her, and then she met Sandra Rose, and then she also later hired me to put a holistic college together for her. So with that being said, you never know the people you meet and the lineages, the links. They say that we know everyone in the world except 6 degrees of separation. And I've been very blessed in that I've been able to be exposed to many, many great minds, Mensa minds. The brain is just wired differently like mine is. And that has illuminated my path and illuminated my dreams, allowed me to make corrections and become more self-disciplined, more self-aware of my ascended mastery path, because we're all here to do that. Don't kid yourself. Don't think, who am I? As John F. Kennedy said, if not you, who? If not now, when? And I want you to own those words and those thoughts and those blessings into your life, and step into that DNA, because I promise you, it's in you. Don't give up. Just keep going, because it's in you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.